Master the 8-foot wave 10 steps to surf like a pro. Ever dreamt of riding an 8-foot wave on a twin-fin surfboard? Today we're making that dream a reality. Before we start diving deep into the world of big wave surfing, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, sharing the stoke and giving you the tools to charge like a pro. Now, tackling waves of this size is no walk in the park. It takes guts, determination, and a whole lot of skill. But don't worry, we'll break it down step by step, covering everything from choosing the right board to mastering the perfect pop-up. Remember, timing, positioning, and technique are key when you're out there in the liquid mountains. Get ready to paddle out with confidence and conquer those gnarly killer monster waves. This is going to be epic, bro. All right, let's talk surfboards. Specifically, let's dive into the world of twin fins. When you're looking at a wall of water, towering and powerful, you need a board that can handle the power and speed with precision. That's where the twin fin comes in, offering a unique blend of agility and speed. Now you might be thinking, twin fin, isn't that a retro board from the past? And you'd be right, it has roots in the retro era. But don't let that fool you. These boards are far from outdated. These boards are making a comeback in a big way, especially for big wave surfing. Where their design truly shines. Why a twin fin, you ask? What's the big deal? Well, first off, they're fast, like really fast. They cut through water like a hot knife through butter. Those two fins just slice through the water, reducing drag and increasing speed, giving you the speed you need to outrun those close-out sections and stay ahead of the wave. And trust me, when you're staring down an 8-foot wall, speed is your best friend. Yep, speed is your best friend, helping you navigate and conquer the wave. But it's not just about speed. There's more to the twin fin's charm. Twin fins are also incredibly maneuverable, allowing for sharp, precise turns. They're super loose and responsive, making them a joy to ride, allowing you to make those last-minute adjustments with ease and confidence, and carve those big, arcing turns that feel so satisfying. You'll be flowing through the water like a dolphin, agile and free, feeling every little bump and ripple, truly connecting with the ocean. Now, choosing the right twin fin is crucial. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You want something with enough volume to keep you afloat, especially in bigger waves, but not so much that it feels clunky or hard to maneuver. Look for a board with a slightly pulled-in tail for speed and control, giving you the best of both worlds. And don't be afraid to talk to your local shaper. They know their stuff. They're the experts and can help you find the perfect weapon for your next big wave adventure. Remember, the right board can make all the difference. It can elevate your surfing experience. It's an extension of yourself, your partner in crime out there in the lineup. Sharing every wave and every moment. So, choose wisely, my friends. Your perfect wave is waiting. You hear that? That's the ocean talking to you. It's telling you its secrets, whispering where the waves are going to break, how big they're going to be, and how fast they'll come. But you gotta know how to listen. Really listen. Timing is everything in surfing, especially when you're dealing with big waves that can be unpredictable. First things first, you gotta study the ocean like it's your favorite book. Spend time on the beach even when you're not surfing. Just observe. Watch how the waves move, how they break, where they break, and how often. Look for patterns, for consistency, and for anomalies. Are they rolling in sets? Are they spaced out evenly? Is there a rip current you need to be aware of? These can be dangerous. Once you're in the water, keep your eyes on the horizon, always scanning. That's where the waves start to form, where the magic begins. Look for those subtle changes in the water's surface, those bumps and lumps that indicate a swell is coming. And pay attention to the wind, it's a crucial element. Offshore winds are your friend. They'll hold up the face of the wave and give you a cleaner ride, making it smoother. Now, when you see that perfect wave coming, don't just go charging in like a bull in a china shop. Patience, my friend, patience. Wait for the right moment, the right spot in the lineup, and feel the rhythm. Then when the time is right, paddle with all your might. Give it everything you've got. All right, you've got your board, you're reading the waves. Now it's time to talk about positioning. This is one of the most crucial aspects of surfing that can make or break your ride. Where you are in the water is just as important as how you ride the wave. Your position determines your ability to catch the wave at the right moment. It's all about finding that sweet spot in the lineup. This is where patience and observation come into play. First off, you don't want to be too far out. Being too far out means you'll miss the wave's energy. We're not trying to catch those waves at their biggest and baddest. Those waves can be intimidating and difficult to handle. We want to find that perfect spot where the wave is just starting to crest, where you can get a good drop in without getting pitched over the falls. This is where timing and precision come into play. But you don't want to be too far inside either. Too close to the shore and you'll miss the wave's peak. Get caught too close to the impact zone and you'll be eating sand sandwiches all day long. The impact zone is where the wave breaks with the most force. The key is to find that balance, that sweet spot where you can paddle into the wave with enough speed but still have time to get to your feet. This balance is what separates a good ride from a great one. Keep an eye on the other surfers in the water. Awareness of your surroundings is crucial. Respect the lineup, wait your turn, and don't drop in on anyone. Surfing is as much about etiquette as it is about skill. Remember, it's all about good vibes and sharing the stoke. Enjoy the ride and respect the ocean and your fellow surfers. Okay, you see that wave coming? It's a beauty. Time to put those paddling muscles to work. Catching a big wave is all about generating speed, and that starts with a strong paddle. First things first, lie flat on your board with your chest slightly raised. Find that sweet spot where you're not dragging in the back but not nosediving either. Now here's the key: long, powerful strokes. Don't just flail your arms around like a windmill. Use your whole upper body, engaging your core and back muscles. As the wave gets closer, you gotta dig deep. Paddle with everything you've got, like your life depends on it. Feel that wave lifting you up, propelling you forward. This is it. This is what we live for. All right, you're paddling, you're feeling the wave catch your board. Now it's time for the moment of truth, the pop-up. This is where things can get a little tricky, but don't worry, we'll break it down. Remember, speed is your friend. As you feel the wave lifting you up, give one more powerful paddle to get yourself into the wave's momentum. Now here's the key. Bring your feet under your chest in one swift, fluid motion. Don't try to stand up in two separate steps. That's a recipe for disaster. It's all about that one explosive movement. As you pop up, keep your knees bent and your center of gravity low. Find your balance point, feeling the wave beneath your feet. Keep your eyes focused on where you want to go, not down at your board. You're up and riding. Now it's time to unleash your inner stylist and show that wave who's boss. But before you start busting out those fancy maneuvers, let's talk about stance and balance. Remember those bent knees we talked about? Keep them bent. This lowers your center of gravity, making you more stable and giving you more control over the board. Keep your back straight, your core engaged, and your weight centered over your feet. Now here's where the twin fin magic really shines. With its loose and responsive nature, you can really carve up the wave. Use your weight to shift from rail to rail, feeling the board slice through the water. Don't be afraid to experiment, to push your limits and see what this board can do. All right, now that you're feeling comfortable on the wave, let's talk about maneuvering that twin fin. These boards are super responsive, so you gotta be smooth and subtle with your movements. No jerky turns or sudden shifts in weight. Think flow, think finesse. When you're dropping into a wave on a twin fin, remember to keep your weight centered. You don't want to lean back too much or you'll lose speed. Instead, use your body weight to guide the board down the face of the wave. It's all about finding that sweet spot and letting the board do its thing. And speaking of letting the board do its thing, twin fins are all about those big arcing turns. When you're ready to turn, start by looking in the direction you want to go. Then, gently shift your weight onto your heels to turn towards the wave or your toes to turn away from it. Use your hips and shoulders to initiate the turn and let the board follow naturally. Chapter 8. The need for speed pumping and flowing. So you're cruising down the line feeling good, but you want more speed, right? Of course you do. Well, here's the secret. Pumping. It's all about using your body weight and the wave's energy to generate speed and maintain momentum. As you ride down the face of the wave, compress your body as you approach the bottom of the wave. Then, as you start to climb back up, extend your body, pushing through your legs and using your arms for balance. It's like a dance, a rhythmic flow between you and the wave. And here's where the twin fin really shines. Those two fins just slice through the water, allowing you to generate speed with minimal effort. With each pump, you'll feel yourself accelerating, flying down the line. Chapter 9, Wipe Out Wisdom, Avoiding Common Mistakes. All right, let's face it, even the best surfers in the world wipe out sometimes. It's part of the game. But there are some common mistakes that you can avoid to minimize your chances of taking a tumble. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is paddling for a wave too late. Remember, timing is everything. If you're not in the right position with enough speed, you're going to get caught behind the wave and end up going over the falls and thrashed around like a rag doll in a washing machine. Another common mistake is standing up too slowly. The pop-up needs to be one swift, fluid motion. If you hesitate, if you try to stand up in two separate steps, you're going to lose your balance and end up face planting in the water. Chapter 10, Bailing Out, Exiting Gracefully and Safely. So you're caught inside, the wave is closing out, and you know it's time to bail. Don't panic. There's a right way and a wrong way to exit the wave. First things first, protect your head. As the wave breaks over you, cross your arms over your head to create a shield. If you have time, try to control your fall and aim for the shoulder of the wave, where the impact will be less intense. Once you're underwater, stay calm and wait for the turbulence to subside. Don't try to fight the current, it'll just tire you out. Once it's safe, swim back to the surface, taking a moment to catch your breath and gather yourself. Remember, the ocean is a powerful force, and sometimes you just gotta know when to bail. There's no shame in wiping out, it happens to the best of us. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes and keep charging. Outride the wave, so there you have it, folks. Everything you need to know to master the 8-foot wave on a twin fin surfboard. Remember, it takes time, practice, and a whole lot of dedication. But trust me, the feeling of dropping into a big wave and carving up that wall of water is like nothing else on earth. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, again, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Keep shredding, and I'll catch you on the next wave, bro.